Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Meyers Track and Field. Joining us is head coach Harlon Tabron. Of course, we're going to talk with some of the guys in that 4x1 gold medal winning team. Of course, assistant coach Bill White will join us as well. Well, Harlon, first up, let's talk about that 4x1 team and you guys pulling out a gold medal at Shippensburg University.
Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of these guys. These guys put a lot of work in during the off season, during preseason, during the regular season. You know, we were able to see a lot of victories up until that state gold medal run. You know, as you may know, we didn't lose a 4x1 relay race at all throughout the whole season. And you know, we really saw our best time at states, and we were able to run our best race in that state final. Where I don't think we were the fastest kids. I jokingly say that we didn't have the top 30 kids as far as speed goes. But when it comes to the exchanges, that's where we really excelled at. And our assistant coach, Bill White, really worked with the guys tirelessly throughout the whole season, on weekends, Saturdays, Sundays, late nights, but just continuing to put hard work into making those exchanges go well.
Well, let's call him the specialist. Let's bring in assistant coach Bill White right now. And Bill, Coach Tabron mentioned that those handoffs are critical. You've been around some great athletes at Meyers over the years to realize that. Tell us about those little things that make a difference in the type of meet that you had, and, of course, the type of race that you have. It was for gold, and your four guys there put it all together.
Well, I really have to give credit to them. I mean, they're the ones that do it all. We do work a lot on the handoffs, and I always tell them that it's not necessarily the four fastest guys, but in track and field and the 4x1 relay, it's the speed through the exchange zones. And in the prelims, they didn't have a perfect race in the prelims, but they took that to heart, and they said that they could run better the next day. And they took that experience into the finals, and in the finals they ran a nearly perfect race. Their exchanges were beautiful. The three exchanges were perfect, and that's what gave them the victory.
Bill, you make some great points there, and coaching up kids when they're at a point where you know what you have talent-wise and doing those little things. Take us through districts, the semis, as you mentioned, or the qualifier, if you will, and then the final as to what you saw each time. And did you guys change anything up with that grouping?
Yeah, actually, after the district meet, we saw a little bit of Josant's closing ability, and after the district meet, we actually changed the order to 4x1. And I know Zahir really likes running the turn, and he asked to run that turn, and we switched the order, put Zahir Dunell as the third leg, and put Josant Hernandez as the anchor leg. And I think that was a really good move that they actually suggested, and a good coach always listens to his athletes, and we made that change. And the other thing is the confidence they had. I mean, going into that relay at States, they had no doubt that they could win. And the tradition of the 4x1 relay at Meyers it's a storied tradition. I mean, this is the sixth state championship 4x1 relay team we've had at Meyers since 1987. And that's really, really something that these kids can be proud of. I don't believe there's another District 2 team that has even won the 4x1 relay at state. So, it's a tradition at Meyers. They believe in it. They had all the confidence in the world. And it comes down to trust in that relay. They trusted their mark. They trusted the other guy that was handing off to them. And it's that, that confidence and trust that really showed through in the relay at state.
And Coach Harlon Tabron, you came through the system at Meyers, and you had coaching at different levels and coaching different sports. And now here you are trying to find those right pieces to the puzzle and having a veteran coach like Bill White with you. I'm sure you're awfully proud of what you were able to put together there for the Mohawks.
I always say that every coach has a coach, and Coach Bill White is that person for me, someone who I ran under. And so the things that he instilled in me, I also tried to instill into these guys, using Coach White's expertise to make sure that we got our guys coached up, make sure that our guys were trained appropriately. We have seriously the hardest working guys. This is the hardest working group of guys that we've had. Raheem Twyman, excellent in the hurdles, strong athlete, an overcomer. We have Mark, who's a born leader, very confident. We put him in the first leg because he's just a guy that we know that we can trust to get us into a good position. We have Zahir, our true senior, a person who's really turned into a great leader over the past 2 years, someone that we have the utmost confidence in, and someone who turned in a really, really fast leg, probably one of the fastest legs that he's ever turned in during that state finals run. And Josant Hernandez, who is strictly our speed person. He was the last piece of the puzzle that we had to put this 4x1 relay team together. And so it really is a perfect storm when you think about it. We have good coaching. We have athletes who trust each other, who really genuinely like each other, and they just went out there and they performed in a manner that really made me smile. It was just truly an awesome moment. And I'm not a person to get too hyped up over anything, but when Josant crossed that finish line, and he had a 5-meter lead and he extended it to about 7.5 meters, that was easily one of the best moments that I've ever had as a player under this in the track and field, and then even now as a coach.
Harlon Tabron talking about the Meyers 4x1 team. Let's get to some of those student athletes for the Mohawks. Let's start with you, Mark Robinson. Mark, you kind of carry yourself as a quiet guy, but you're all business no matter what you're doing, whether it's as a student or as an athlete. Tell us about the group of guys there with that 4x1 team and what you tried to do and what you were able to do this year.
Pretty much, my teammates, all they really wanted me to do was to test out a lane and just don't lose. Give it time to Raheem and just keep a winning attitude and just be positive the whole day.
How about the you go through the year, football, you guys had some ups and then you had some downs. That's part of life as well. But getting into to track and field, were you confident early, or did the confidence grow as the season went on, as you guys could really make it as special as you made it?
Well, definitely the confidence grew as we kind of got closer and closer to states. Going into states, honestly, we just wanted to get on the podium itself. We didn't think we were actually going to win.
Well, let's get Josant Hernandez, who, again, Coach Tabron said was kind of that X factor, the joker, whatever you want to call him. You put him in a spot, and he came through. And, Josant, you had a real nice year on the track and field, whether it was the 100 or that 4x1 team. Tell us about staying healthy and getting through the year and finish with gold on the state level.
Yeah, I just try to do my best, help the team out, do my best in that 100, even though I didn't really win the states. But I was really focused on the 4x1 and just finishing the race strong.
How about this highlight to end your brief track and field career there at Meyers? Tell us about what it feels like for you to go out this way.
Oh, really great. It was great. And I just wanted to throw a show on. So we won.
All right, let's get with Raheem Twyman, who's a junior. And Raheem, for the first time I've seen you in the last couple of years, you're healthy. That seemed to be the biggest difference with you this season.
Yeah, the previous years I did have some injuries. This year too, I wasn't that lucky to have a extremely healthy year, but I made the best of what my body was able to put out.
So Raheem, watching you running down that backstretch at the District 2 Championships, you looked awfully good, and tell us a little about how you felt. And at the end of the night, you're in the interview, you said, "I look good."
Yeah, I was feeling good going into it, and I was feeling kind of motivated because I just wanted to go out and beat Berger, and that's what it really came down to, was either him letting him get the best of me and him winning districts, or me coming out and doing my best to do what I do to catch that district gold, and that's what I want to go do.
Well, such a dynamic athlete. I think I remember you doing the high jump at States a couple of years ago to what you're doing here with the hurdles or the 4x1. You have a lot that you could do. And do you have a favorite event?
Yeah, my favorite event is by far the hurdles.
How about the future plans for you? Is that something you're thinking about down the road? Is track and field on the college level?
Oh, definitely. It's the best thing I'm good at, because it's what's gonna get me looked at.
All right, Raheem, well, congratulations. A great career for you. Of course, what you're able to do in the 300s and getting some state medal there as well.
Thank you.
All right, let's get Zahir Dunell, the last component of this 4x1 team for Meyers.
Now, I love my teammates because I love these guys. I'm not spoken with them guys. No, but talk about states. I think I'm confident, but I'm also realistic. I mean, and I didn't really think that we had a chance at the goal, but I told my teammates and told the coaches that I'm greedy, so I wanted the gold medal. So going down there, I was just hoping to get on the podium, and then once I realized, given the time of Josant, that we had a chance, kind of like ran down, and once I saw we crossed the finish line, that was by far the best feeling I've had in my life.
Zahir, tell us a little bit about every component of this 4x1 team, your interpretation of what everybody is. I mean, you all have to be fast, but the handoffs are important. Tell us a little bit about the start, the second leg, third leg, and then the finish when it came to that state championship gold medal.
Well, first off, it's our handoffs. Our handoffs, I think, is the best in the state, obviously. Coach White helped us with our handoffs and the way that we do it. I don't think anyone else does like us, and that's ultimately the reason why we won. But to start off with Mark, he has one of the best starts on the team, and that's why he started in that first leg, and he also run that turn well. So he gets us that lead. I remember Invitational with Misericordia. He had a blazing first leg, and everybody, even when I was standing in my zone, all the legs were screaming like, wow. And that's how I knew we were going to be great. Second leg, Raheem, we all know that he has amazing talent, tall, long, and just blazing speed, and that's why he got that back stretch. And he just takes it up down there. And me, myself, it's funny because on our way back from States, Coach Tabron, Coach T, he tried to compare us to Avengers, and he compared to me to Captain America, and I thought that was a little funny because it kind of fit. Because I mean, I might not be the fastest, on the team, the strongest, but I think I bring a little bit of leadership, and I think that's what ultimately help us out. And then Josant, wow, Josant. Josant is fast. It's weird because when last time I ran with Josant, we was in 8th grade, and I used to beat him all the time. I think he only beat me twice that season. And coming into this season, I mean, I thought I was going to get him in 100. I got him first. I got him first week, the first meet, and I thought it was going to be like that the rest of the season. And then he just came out of nowhere and just got fast. Boy, he just got fast. It was such an amazing thing to see him get that fast and just bring it home for us.
Well, the sixth time a Meyers team has won gold since 1987. Assistant Coach Bill White would know. He's been around for a while, the track and field, the Harlon Tabron guys. Congratulations. You are the best in the state of Pennsylvania, and the Mohawks are bringing home the gold. But I want to thank you guys and enjoy this, I'm sure, as you will all summer long.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
All right, that is the Meyers Mohawks 4x1 team. They are the best in the state of Pennsylvania. Here on the John Mendola Show, we are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.